Aloha mai kako. My name is Courtney Kurashima, and I am born and raised here in Kapolei, Hawaii. I currently obtained my bachelor's degree at Chaminade University of Honolulu in biochemistry and am now a PhD candidate in developmental and reproductive biology here at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And the reason why I'm interested in this field is because after my undergraduate, I was able to spend a year with my previous mentor, Dr. Claire Wright, and our research at the time focused on the molecular mechanisms of how labor occurs in pregnancy. And this topic interests me so much because there is so much to learn still, even though there are so many efforts to better understand labor and pregnancy in general. It is such a big moment for a lot of people in their lives. And at a scientific level, we still have yet to learn so much more about this process. And as a Native Hawaiian in my community, I've also seen that there are reproductive disparities that are displaced amongst Native Hawaiians and other minority groups. And so it is important to be able to advocate for these other minorities that are severely affected by these negative outcomes during pregnancy or even maternal mortality. And so currently my research is with Dr. Yusuke Marikawa at the John A. Burns School of Medicine, and our topic of research focuses on developmental toxicity. And so what that basically means is that if a pregnant person takes medication, sometimes there are negative risks or negative outcomes associated with taking that medication, such as birth defects or abrupt miscarriages. And so when this happens at a large rate, we can safely assume that this drug is what's known as a teratogen. And so my research or my goal in my research is to study how these teratogen cause these negative effects or negative outcomes and better understand them at a molecular level. And this is done through a stem cell model. And the reason why we utilize stem cells is because it's an ethical alternative to animal studies, as well as it's a cost-effective and rigorous form of testing. And so my current topic of teratogen that I'm looking at is cardiovascular disease, as it is the leading cause of death in the United States. And currently, I am looking at anti-arrhythmia drugs, which are basically drugs that are helping with an irregular heartbeat. And so the two drugs that I'm looking at are amiodarone and duronidone, and these are two well-known teratogens. And so my goal is to better understand at a molecular level how these drugs are causing these negative outcomes at a developmental level. And so hopefully this research can hopefully be expanded to looking at even more different types of chemicals as well as different types of drugs, such as dietary supplements, as they are not required to undergo any type of animal testing, and they aren't usually typically evaluated for any type of risks or safety in terms of pregnancy outcomes. And so our model hopefully will help to better understand and evaluate the safety risks associated with taking these dietary supplements. And what I plan to utilize the money towards from this ARC scholarship is that I hope to utilize it towards my academic pursuits. As this summer, I am planning to attend a conference with the Society for the Study of Reproduction in Washington, D.C. And I hope to utilize that money towards any type of external expenditures that I may have during that trip. And so I am so grateful for having this opportunity and for being given this ARC scholarship. And I am so happy to be able to introduce myself as well as very grateful to be here. Mahalo.